Okay, so this video is for anyone who feels like they don't fit into normal society, or if you grew up feeling like you're too much or not enough or whatever, because I want to make a space for the misfits of the world, and I want to talk about this experience of feeling like no matter what you do, you don't belong. And I know that there are people like us out there. And I think that the internet has been a portal to connect a lot of us, because when we go out into the world, we often don't have the chance to talk about these experiences with the people around us. And if you're lucky, you find one or two people. But, I essentially want to talk to the experience of being an eternal outsider. So, hi, my name is Raiha. I have my whole life felt like I'm an outsider on the inside. I coined that term a couple of years ago, and it made so much sense for me, because I feel like I can chameleon and be in so many vastly different spaces. But at the end of the day, I don't belong to them. Not really. Even the ones that I grew up in, or that I technically belong to, I don't. Because I don't fit into the world as is. I belong to a world that I'm trying to create. And yeah, anyways, if you are a fellow outsider, please join my tribe. This is what I'm trying to create a world for people like us. But anyways, I want to get into the experience of not fitting in, of belonging everywhere and nowhere, and what that really means and what that really feels like. Because I know if you're anything like me, you always felt like you're too much, you're too intense, and at the same time, somehow you're not enough. You just don't feel like you are doing things right, that you can do enough, that you should be doing more to try to meet some imaginary, invisible metric that everyone around you seems to get just right. But you just can't. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter who you're friends with, at the end of the day, you always just can't figure it out. And I think, and what I'm here to tell you is that the reason that you can't figure it out is because you shine too bright. Is because you're too real, you're too bold, you're too beautiful, you're too interesting, your ideas are far too expansive for a world that has always been limiting, that has always asked you to shrink yourself in order to fit in. The truth is that the society that we live in is designed on lies. It's designed on deception. It's designed on fakery and masks. And that's not to say that everyone is bad, or that people are just surviving. However, we do live in a world that prioritizes the mask that you wear. So, when you're someone who shows up authentically, or when you're someone who doesn't even really know how to put on the same mask as everyone else, or you show up, a bold, bright, beautiful version of yourself, the thing that you do when you enter the people's spaces is that you trigger people. You trigger people, and at the same time, people don't know what to do with you. So even if they like you, you just don't exactly fit into their neat boxes of how, you're supposed to engage with others, of how you're supposed to fit into a friend group, of how you're supposed to go about, get a normal job, a normal life. And so you confuse people, and at the same time you trigger people, because you show them what they could be if they were brave enough to take off that mask that they always wear, if they were brave enough to, showcase their most authentic self and the feelings that they have learned over a lifetime to hide and to suppress. If they showed that, you show them that. And so instead of, that people can take that two ways. Like sometimes, that'll inspire them to rise. But a lot of the times, especially with people who aren't, on the same journey of self-growth that you are, they will actually take that as a threat. of like, they will think that you're better than them, or that they will take that as some kind of threat, and they will want to bring you down because they can't actually rise to meet you, and they realize subconsciously. Now this is all subconscious, right? They realize subconsciously that they actually have to rise to meet you in this space of authenticity and of truth. So they want to bring you down. So anyways, that's the first thing that happens when you are someone who shows up authentically in society. And I think this goes to my second point, like, you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to remember a better, a truer world. That, you know, if you're anything like me, you've had an innate sense of justice. You have a fire, a creativity that, if your ideas were taken seriously, it could change the entire world as we know it. It could, you know, your way of being, not even your way of thinking, but your way of being, your way of embodying could change the world as we know it. And that is really why you are here. So I am making this video to speak to the future revolutionaries, to the future world changers, because the truth is that if you never fit into society, you are here to change it. And that is a double-edged sword, because the truth is that you are really, really, really powerful. And your journey here is about stepping into that innate power that you have. But until you learn to do that, you're going to continuously feel like an outsider, because you're meant to create a new world. You're not meant to fit into the world as it was. And like we've discussed, the world as it was never built for people like us. It was never built for souls. It was built for cogs in a machine of constant production. That's the world that's the world that exists. That's society that exists, and it's perpetuated by the people within it at smaller and larger degrees. But the reason that I am reaching out to you now through the interwebs is because this is our time. This right now, September 2025, or whenever you're watching this, is the time that the revolutionaries are coming to the light, that the world builders are coming to the light. Why? Because the old world can no longer exist. You might be looking at the news, you might be seeing what's happening around you, and thinking, oh my God, society is collapsing. I see that as the greatest opportunity of our lifetime. Not that that's good, like obviously there's like horrible things happening, but here's the thing, guys, horrible things have always been happening. Right now, the old world as we know it is collapsing. We're witnessing the fall of Rome. We're witnessing the fall of Babylon, the fall of the empire. And you know what I see so much opportunity in that, because the thing is, the old structures that were literally built on exploitation, on inauthenticity, on hatred, are no longer able to sustain themselves. They were able to build empires for this long, but they are no longer able to sustain themselves. And if you are someone who has never belonged in society, if you are someone that carries a vision for a different world, then you, my love, are the creator of the new world. That is what you are here to do. You are here to change the world as we know it. And I'm telling you this because right now, this is the time. This is the opportunity. Because any time that there is collapse, there's opportunity for rebuilding. And I say that because I think we are all feeling it. And if you are tuned into astrology, if you're tuned into the energies, the collective energies right now, the collective energies are absolutely insane. You know, people are talking about the age of Aquarius. So Pluto went into Aquarius, I think it was the start of this year. It's like, this year, the astrologies, the energies have been absolutely insane. And numerologically, 2025 is a number 9 year. which essentially means it's a year of endings. It's a year of karmic full circles, of endings, of collapse, which is what we're seeing, to prepare us for 2026, which is a number 1 year, which is a year of building and of rebirth. And given all of that, what I am saying is that this is your time. This is the moment that you came here for. Because if you have felt like you don't belong, if you have felt like you don't fit into the world as we know it, great. The world as we know it, as you know, is unstable, is cruel, is unsustainable, and it is not going to continue. And as much as, you know, it's hard to, I think, imagine a world outside of the structures of capitalism and patriarchy that we have become so accustomed to. That world exists, and you are actually the one who holds the blueprint and the imagination to create that world. So, all I was about to say is that I'm coming out now and putting myself on the interwebs, because my role in this is to call out the people who are gonna build this shit. We are gonna do it. This is my role, is to be a truth teller, is to be an architect of the new earth. And I know, and I hope that if you are watching this, that you are also part of that mission. And your mission might look different. It might be in whatever it is that you are pulled to, but I'm saying right now that if you have felt like you don't fit in, this is your time. This right now, right here, is your time to rise, to shine unapologetically bright. Because that is what we are here to do. You are never meant to come here to dim your light. And I know that you grew up around people, that you grew up in a society that made you think that you have to in order to survive. So you learned a ton of survival mechanisms. I know you did. I did too. But the thing is that those things that helped us survive are not going to help us thrive. And I am saying that right now is our time to thrive. It is our time to come out to the light and to claim the role that was rightfully ours. Yeah. Anyways, if you like this video, like, subscribe. My goal is to create a tribe of fellow New Earth visionaries, essentially. So if that's you, please comment below, reach out to me. I also have openings available for alignment sessions. So I basically hold guidance sessions in space to help you align to your most authentic timeline, to undo that conditioning of survival mode that I have been talking about. Trust, what I'm saying is come from years and years and years of unlearning and deconditioning from programming from this society. And I feel like now my mission is to help other people do the same. So if you feel called, you can book a free call with me, link in my bio. But also, like, if you feel like you want to be part of this community, then reach out to me, because I'm putting this out as a lighthouse for the souls who get this, who understand this message. And this is not for everyone, but this is for the people who have felt like me their whole life, who felt like they don't belong their whole life. Because this is our time to shine. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. If you found me on the internet, say hi. Love you. Bye.